This is what the Associated Press is reporting from a CNN vice president who said, quote, "The plane was coming in low and it looked like it hit a slight angle. Large holes were visible in sides of the 110-story buildings, landmark Twin Towers in New York City. I was watching TV and heard a sonic boom," according to eyewitness Gene Yerman, who told CNN, "The side of the World Trade Center exploded, debris falling like leaflets. I hear ambulances. The Northern Tower seems to be on fire." And again, the president coming back.
Terrorism has become a growing and imminent threat in the United States, from 9/11 to the Boston bombings to the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. Domestic terrorism has affected a wide range of people in the United States, as major terrorist organizations like ISIS are on the rise. The people of America are starting to question whether or not they are truly safe. But first, we need to know what terrorism actually is.
Terrorism, honestly, is one of those things that it is the smartest way of warfare. It's against the law, but it is the smartest way of warfare. If you're going to cause war and you're going to cause anguish and treachery and anger for another country, then your best bet is terrorism, because it's a no face, no name, no country kind of thing. And how do you fight that? You don't.
Many people see domestic terrorism as a threat that comes overseas, but many terrorists are homegrown. For example, the Boston bombers, Sandy Hook, and Columbine. How does the government protect its citizens from a threat that is formed from within? Is there an ethical limit on how far the government can go? Or is it all fair game when it comes to protecting United States citizens?
Against guns, and if there are law-abiding citizens that have guns, I'm not against that. But this is madness, what's going on. We're losing a generation of young people in the United States. Our children are 4 times more likely than Canadian children to be killed, 65 times more likely than British children to be killed. There is a problem here, and it's a myriad of things. It's not just one thing. There's a lot of things, and as the saying goes, it's going to take a village to correct what is going on.
By far, the majority of terrorism that happens in this country comes from people who are born here, who have religious backgrounds, who are based in this country, which is what we've definitely built as a country. For something that, we base something that, when we tell people, oh, you can come here for religious freedom, and then we prosecute you for being Muslim, or say we're going to start, we're going to start letting, we're going to make it to where Muslims are prosecuted or set aside, or we need to check somebody who's this or that or something like that. There's too many aspects that need to be addressed.
Many people are wondering how far the government can and should go to protect its people. We asked a retired Marine Corps vet, Frank Hallford, a conservative as well as another conservative, for their opinion on this glaring issue.
Question about trying to take better protection for people that's coming into this country. I would take severe measures to try to find out the information from them that to make sure that if they are terrorists in this country coming in, I want to find out where they're at and where they're located, where they're dealing with other people in other parts of the country. So I would take issue with that of the American people to go to all extremes to be able to save the people that we have. Because today, we're having problems in our colleges and in high schools and all kinds of stuff that's happened with terrorists and involved in it. And they are not allowed to have guns or anything to protect themselves. So today, I am trying to do the best I can to be able to get firearms into the colleges and ladies that are getting molested from terrorists, that they can protect themselves. And so I am strict on that, and I think this country does not do enough of that right now.
The natural reaction of realizing that there are good people in this world and there are bad people. I don't think it makes sense to try to make friends or try to be friends or be afraid of who we are. I think we should recognize evil for what it is, just being evil, and be prepared to fight it. We shouldn't be ashamed to fight it. We should defend ourselves. We should staff up on our military. We should look at who's coming into our country very carefully and not be ashamed to do that. We're Americans, and let's defend our country.
And there are some people with different opinions. So what do the liberals think?
The best thing you can do is to try to stop it in its tracks, or try to stop what the belief system is and educate the people that you have to not be discriminatory towards the people that are being discriminated towards. I just feel like that's your best bet when it comes down to it.
Since the 1970s, terrorism in the United States has become less frequent, and law enforcement has become better at thwarting these threats. Although, just about every part of the United States has been hit by some form of terrorist attack. Also, since 1995, a greater portion of domestic terrorist attacks have been carried out by individuals rather than groups. Overwhelmingly, Americans support a strong amount of governmental involvement in the pursuit of terroristic threats. Although, people are split down the middle when it comes to how much the government should do to prevent it. It's protecting the country, which are conservative views, versus preserving personal privacy, liberal views. So what else can the government do so that everyone is happy with the way everything will turn out? What will the government do to protect the lives of Americans? Let's see what our new president can do for America in the long run.